He grabbed me, put me over his shoulder, and he was trying to take me out.
I'm not talking to you. I will get a lawyer.
Okay, well, you need to do so.
No, I called the cops because he was trying to himself with the firearm.
The flu, my concern is he okay? Is he breathing? Is he...
Just before 3 in the morning, officers in Alexander, Arkansas walk up to a house with a broken door and a woman tried to explain why her ex had just been there. She says he forced his way inside. Then she says he picked her up, put her over his shoulder, and tried to take her out of the house. But what she tells them next turns this from one call at one house into something officers cannot finish here.
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on, man?
Okay, so my ex came and he broke the door open.
That's all he did.
And he came in here, he was trying to take me out of the house.
He tried to take you out of there?
Yeah. He broke all this.
What's his first and last name, ma'am? What's his first and last name?
Dylan.
Do you need paramedics or anything?
No, but he hit him before, punched him. His eye, blacked his eye out, and he broke his nose.
But that didn't happen tonight?
No, so we didn't do anything. And he came back.
He came anyway.
And basically, he wants him banned from the property.
Okay. Do you have any injuries or anything?
He grabbed me, put me over his shoulder, and he was trying to take me out.
Yeah, do you have any injuries from when he grabbed you?
No.
Okay.
You said you had a stolen vehicle.
No, he's driving my vehicle.
What is it?
It's a black Chevy Custom.
Like a Silverado?
Silverado.
Okay. Single cab?
No, it's a 4-door.
4-door?
And then he said he was gonna call the cops to call child services on me when he's the one that left the kids alone to come chase me. I didn't leave them alone, he did. It's not the first time he's came over here to cause issues.
Sorry, wait a minute.
And he broke the door.
I got you.
And the frame. And he broke in.
Yes, ma'am.
Always okay. We don't have felony charges.
So what?
We don't have felony charges.
Residential burglary. He kicked her out the door. Attempted kidnapping. He tried to take her out the house.
Are you good here?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
She leads with the broken door, but the officer keeps pulling her back to a name. What she is describing only becomes a real charge if they can prove who did it and that he meant to, and a first name does not get them there. The truck matters too. Dispatch flagged it as maybe stolen. She says it is hers, and he was just driving it. That one difference is a theft charge or just a fight over who owns it.
While you're getting that, I'm going to go get some witness statement sheets that I need you to fill out. All right. Let me go grab these witness statement sheets. We'll need a sheet filled out by all parties who were in the house. And I need it filled out in its entirety. I need the top, I need your statement, and I need you to sign the bottom, all right? There's 3 sheets.
What if can we do it in Can I do it in
Yes, I can have somebody translate it.
Lo pueden escribir en español, lo van a interpretar, profesor.
It's just a statement saying what you saw, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It was only to 30 and Highway 70. Like, I'm just gonna turn around and back you up.
Oh, well, I'm actually good. You hear me say that?
No.
Yeah, I'm just collecting statements right now. So,
What happened?
he kicked in her door and tried to take her with him. But that's it. So, yeah. 10-4. Yeah, so I'm just collecting statements now.
I'll tell them.
What do you need? What do you need?
Hold your children now, please.
Oh,
I'll become sick in bed alone.
you did.
I was gone before you.
Dylan?
You had a choice.
Dylan, what's your location? This is Officer Williams, Alexander PD.
You had a choice, Zara.
Dylan.
I'm not talking to you. I will get a lawyer.
Okay, well, you need to do so.
Thank you.
Do you have a restraining order or anything against him already? All right, you'll need to get that.
County's out now?
They're saying if they do make contact with them, do we have charge? Do you guys know what he was like? Did you see what he was wearing?
Jeans and jeans. It was like a camel green.
Alright. You got a photo of him? So I can just give a description.
Yeah.
She said she didn't have any injury. She didn't want to. He's medical.
So he was like, he grabbed me and he was forcefully trying to take me out of the house, and they stopped it from happening.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna put all that in.
And I just had surgery Monday.
That's what I'm asking. Do you have any bruises or
No,
anything?
he like picked me up and put me over his shoulder, and he was like trying to take me with him.
I got you. Okay. Are you sure you don't want to be seen by medical?
I do.
You do?
I feel like, I don't know, I'm in shock.
So you do want them now? You do want to be seen by medical now? So it's central. Can you start Pepper to this?
Those statement sheets are doing more work than they look like they are. Officers separate witnesses and put it in writing for one reason. If this becomes a felony case, a defense attorney is going to argue the people in that house lined up their stories after police showed up. A written statement, taken alone, signed at the scene, is what answers that. It locks each person to what they personally saw before anyone had time to compare notes. And listen to what the officer does the second the suspect says he wants a lawyer. He stops. He does not argue. He does not ask one more time. He does not try to get a quick version of events in before hanging up. And once someone invokes, anything officers pull out of him after that can get thrown out. And a smart officer is not going to risk the case for a phone confession. So he goes back to the only things that hold up no matter what: the damage, the witnesses, and the description.
I had surgery Monday on my shoulder, and I'm seeing him, and we're currently separated. We're going through a divorce.
Okay.
And I left him. He was home alone with the children. We were all at the house, and I left him, and he followed me here. And he left the children alone. But when he got here, he said he was gonna call child enforcement on me and say that I'm the one that left them alone. What if he's not there?
They're still circulating. They're looking for the vehicle. They're looking for him. That's why I gave a description.
If I need to go home, if he's not home, because I'm not leaving my children alone.
I have Bradford on the way so they can check you out. The other officers who are headed to that other address, they're gonna stay there and try to figure out if he's there, and they'll stay there until we get over there. All right.
Guess we never carry a firearm.
I took it away because actually like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I called the cops because he was trying to kill himself with the firearm, and I took the firearm away.
10-4.
I don't know if you guys have documentation on that.
You called Alexander. 10-9. Armas, le digo que hace un mes quiso matar y yo hablé con la policía. ¿Te acuerdas? ¿Hace cuánto? 10-4. What's the subject there?
Hace un mes. Ya hace un mes.
Okay, they have located him. They have him in custody now.
I gotta go home to my children.
That's gonna be the incident number. I'm trying to get you checked out. I'm waiting on them to get here so they can check you out. Do you want to refuse being seen here and take yourself to the hospital, or how do you want to do that? Because they're on their way.
I have anxiety, really bad.
Because they're, like I said,
My chest is pounding.
the ambulance is on its way here.
Dizzy and I feel like I want to pass out.
Okay, the ambulance is on their way here.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Is he gonna get arrested?
Yes, he is put in custody. All right, sir. So she had surgery Monday. Her ex-husband kicked the door in, threw her over his shoulder. She just needs to be checked over right quick to make sure.
My chest hurts. I feel like I have anxiety.
The reason I'm saying this is I have no way of checking your insides.
I have to go home to my kids because he's in custody, right?
Yeah, he's in custody.
Okay, I won't be able to go to. I gotta go home to my kids.
Okay. I can do an EKG, which will tell me basically what your heart's doing electrically,
Yeah.
but I can't.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
I gotta go to my
Okay,
kids.
let him check you out right quick and then
Okay.
Okay, so do you want me to do an EKG on you? Okay. Do you have a cardiac history?
Yes.
What's your cardiac history?
My heart.
The medic is in a tough spot here. She had surgery days earlier. Her chest is pounding, and he is telling her a field check cannot rule out what is happening on the inside. She wants to leave for the kids. He cannot stop her, but he also cannot clear her.
Hey, I'm just letting you know what I have out here off the check again. Ex-husband kicked in ex-wife's door, the boyfriend's door. He attempted to kidnap her. He grabbed her, pulled her over the shoulder. So right now I got residential burglary, attempted kidnapping, and DV3. All wrapped up in one. He's in custody. We have description of the vehicle, and Saline Sheriff's coming in custody for me right now. I'm waiting right now. Pastor is checking her out, and then we're gonna head to the address that they have coming at because he left the kids at home. So we'll probably add a date and then welfare of the child.
Officer, what's your name?
Officer Williams.
Williams. What's the badge number? 208. 208.
Where is he at?
He's in the back of the car.
Yeah, taking to him first. Alright, sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to you to represent you before any questioning. If you wish, you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand your rights as they have been explained to you?
Yes.
Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any of my questions?
Once someone is in custody and says no to questions, the safe move is to get a clear answer on the record before anything else, because a muddy waiver is the first thing a defense attorney goes after.
Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and to have an attorney present during any question. You cannot afford an attorney and will be provided for you at government expense. Knowing and understanding your rights as I've explained them to you, are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present? I'm just wanting to make sure you understand your rights, because I don't know what Alexander had, what happened with Alexander, or anything like that. We just got called out here to assist, and I'm just trying to figure out the situation with the kids. So,
Right. I left.
but before you start
You
talking
have
or
to-
anything, I just
free to
want to
talk
make sure
to
you
them.
understand your rights.
Yeah.
Are you willing to answer questions without an attorney present?
What questions?
What he's asking about.
Either yes or no. I can't, ask or question or anything like that. And
Oh, gotcha.
so, are you willing to answer questions without an attorney present?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
I answer questions for her.
Yeah, because of the situation. So the kids,
Yes.
so
I came as soon as possible.
I know you came as soon as possible. My question to you is in regards to tonight, with the kids being left here. So were the kids left with Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they were left here with Dylan.
And he followed me.
Okay, so did he follow you like 20 minutes, 30 minutes exactly after you left, or what? Do I?
No clue.
No clue. Okay.
He got there as soon as I called the 911.
Okay. So, what time did you leave the house, or did you leave this house, or
Yeah,
what?
I left this house.
Oh, but what time did you leave the house?
I'll have to check my phone.
Like yesterday or midnight or
It was like 2 already.
2. You left at 2. Okay.
1 something 2.
1, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
What time did y'all get called out to the residence? You said you called immediately whenever he showed up at the house. Okay.
Got called at 2:53.
2:53. Okay. All right. And so you left here. Dylan was with the kids when you left. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And then he showed up and called 911.
Yeah, and he said if I don't live with him, he was gonna call the cops and say that I'm the one that left him when he's the one that left him. And I told her I can't go to the hospital. I gotta go to my kids because she said that he got arrested for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, where's my kids then?
Okay. So.
I never leave them.
Okay. All right. So I was just trying to figure out the situation with the kids and so forth. All
But
right.
I don't want him.
Are the kids okay? My concern is if he's got the flu, is he awake or is he still asleep?
They're awesome. I'm not hearing them crying or anything.
Okay, is with the flu? My concern is he okay? Is he breathing? Is he?
He's in my bed. I need to go check on him.
Yeah, let's go check on him. Wait, do we need to call medical to come out and check you, or are you good?
I want to go in the morning. They said my blood pressure was high.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure before we leave, we don't need to call an ambulance because I don't want you passing out or something happening to you before we leave. He's been arrested. He's been charged with the charges that Alexander has. Okay. So, all right. Got all that information.
The deputy says he was only called out to assist and does not even know the full charges. His questions stay locked on the kids. There is a narrow lane that lets officers ask about a child's safety without it counting as interrogating him about the crime.
All right. You guys have a better night.
All right, hop out, Dylan. She's going to do these cuffs. She undoes one of them. Then once she chooses to undo, place it on the car. Yep.
I'm gonna play something. You'll just pass this to me and reach over.
Standard transport. Cuffs checked, a search for anything he could use during the ride, then secured in the car. That is where the footage ends. What happened in court after that is not confirmed. So here is where it gets debatable. He invoked his right to a lawyer, and then a different officer still questioned him, just about the kids. Some people will say that is exactly how it should work. A child's safety comes first, and those questions were fair. Others will say the second he asked for a lawyer, every question should have stopped. Kids or not, where do you land on that one? Drop it below, and subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this.